last week you guys really enjoyed my Barbie Ken doll cake, or so I thought. But a lot of little kids, yes, I knew there were little kids who were commenting, because if you do not know the difference between yours versus you are, then you are a little kid. They didn't really like my cake. They wanted to report me to their mother. Well, please do. But in the meantime, for you little kids, here is a more PG cake.
Only eat dessert for 24 hours? I think this may be the best day of my entire life.
To kick off my day of dessert eating, I started my morning with a cookie dough donut. For lunch, I went with a brownie sundae inside of a churro waffle cone. For dinner, I went and got a sandcastle sundae, which is 5 scoops of ice cream, cookies, whipped cream, gummy bears, and sunglasses all inside of a sand bucket. To complete this challenge, it was time to order one of my favorite desserts of all time, edible arrangements. From the cookies to the pumpkin cheesecake, this was the most perfect ending to a delicious day.
I ever had a customer come in who didn't speak English, and what happened? So last April, I was working a shift by myself, and a lady came in to pick up her cake, and all she had was a $50 bill, but at the time we weren't taking cash, we were only doing debit and credit sales. I was trying to explain to her that we had no cash in the entire store. I didn't even have any in my wallet, but she didn't understand me and I did not understand her. So what I ended up doing was going over to Subway and borrowing some money from them, taking her money, giving her the change, and then I paid Subway back later on that night.
Do you know how to make the flowers? Because I love them so much.
Huh? There's nothing in this one. Can't put this one out. Those look delicious.
And that fruit topping.
Oh, like tiny little pies. I only want to live like a normal dessert.
But don't worry, it's what I do. We at Master Patissier have found the best barber in Bakery Town and brought him in to grant your wish. Master Bread!
Today we're making homemade cotton candy flavored ice cream. In a large bowl, add 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Whisk until it forms stiff peaks. And by now, you know how we test this. Nothing comes out. It's good. Fold in 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Add 2 tablespoons of sugar and half a teaspoon of cotton candy flavoring. Fold in. Now divide it into 2 different bowls. Add blue food coloring to one. And fold. And pink to this one. Now fill a freezer-safe dish, a little bit at a time, different colors. A little bit of blue, and keep alternating. Tap it down, cover with plastic wrap, freeze 4 to 6 hours. When your ice cream's frozen, pull it out of the freezer. Scoop it out. Now for the taste test. With what else? Our tiny spoon, of course.
So I wanted to make a geocake, and I did a spiral design for this. So I layered 6 layers of cake, and I did the double barrel technique, and I layered another 6 layers on top of that. So this is 12 layers of cake here. And I used a dowel down the center just to make sure that the cake was stabilized. And once that was done, I did a crumb coat, and then I did the final coat. And I tried to make sure that that was as smooth as possible. So once the final coat was done, I began to use a knife to cut the spiral into the cake. So once the spiral was completely cut out, I began to fill it with vanilla buttercream, and this is to hold the rock candy pieces in place. So I began to place the rock candy, and this took so long to do, and I wanted to give up, but I kept going. So once they were all placed, I began to paint with different colors, and this is just food coloring that I diluted with clear vanilla extract. And once I finished all the colors, I added a gold trim, and the cake is complete.
Hey babe, tell me how to stitch right here.
These Trader Joe's flour gummies are back for summer, and they're just as beautiful as ever. They're soft, chewy, and slightly creamy from the yogurt. They taste like Gushers without the liquid inside, and I'd give them an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay, and I got a little throwback for you.
Wait, what? These are called nickel nips? I thought they were called bottle caps. Why is this so satisfying? Alright, we're gonna go with orange.
Will not believe this, right? So I'm chilling in my bed and the homie texts me and he says, I want to make a bet. And I'm like, all right, cool. He says, I bet you $200 by Monday you won't be TikTok famous. I said, you know what? I'll see my $200 on Monday.
She said, spread your wings, my little butterfly. Don't let what they say keep you up at night. And they
Hey, Rosie, guess the price of these and I'll buy them for you.
$800?
Oh my gosh. RK, guess the price and I buy them.
Sour Patch? $1 million?
Holy moly. Rosie, guess the price of the triple pair of gum and I'll buy them for you.
1,337?
I'm done.
I had a thought, dear, however scary, about that night, the bugs and the dirt. Why were you digging? What did you think?
Get an empty and completely clean EOS container ready. Grab a pair of pliers and start clipping away the tiny sticks in the middle of the container. We got a larger empty space ready to be filled with the most delicious treat ever. You can use any rounded shaped chocolate or candy. I decided for the one called Raffaello. Push it inside the opening, screw the lid on, and it's ready to go with you to school. White chocolate and coconut combination is so delicious.
Trying candy from Mexico. Let's do this. Today we're trying 2 flavors of poparindo. We're trying the watermelon and the extra spicy. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is the extra spicy. And here's the watermelon. Okay, these are so good. The extra spicy has a nice little kick. It says picante on it and it does not disappoint. And the watermelon is so fragrant and fruity and delicious. Make sure that you like for a part 2.
Siempre que alguien me da un dulce, yo le doy esto. Toma tu viral.
We have these burritos de mango on the website, and I decided that I wanted to stuff it with some candy and drizzle some chamoy on it. These are honestly pretty good on their own, but you know me, I like to do weird things. So when you open it up, it does have like a chunk of pulp. It says it's pulp on the wrapper, and I added some pulparino dots. These are the watermelon flavor. And I also added some Baby Lucas mango flavor. And these are Sour Patch Kids. They're not on the website yet, but they will be on the website pretty soon. They're so good. I only put 3 because I didn't want to make the burrito too big to where it wouldn't close anymore. And I drizzled it with our original chamoy, rolled it back up and cut it in half. And it's delicious. Try it if you get a chance.